Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji ਦੀ ਪਾਵਨ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਜੀ ਨਿਵਾਜੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਜੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਰਵਨ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਰਾਗ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੰਤੀ ਸਾਜ਼ਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਵਜਾਇਆ ਹੈ, ਸਿਤਾਰ, ਤਾਊਸ ਤੇ ਰਬਾਬ, with the accompaniment of tabla that I have with me. In this bilingual kirtan session, with Vaheguru Ji's blessings, I've decided to cover all 31 rags for Sangat, where we can discuss a little bit about the rag itself and its placement in Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and also recite a Shabad for the Sangat. We'll start with Shri Rag today. First, I would like to repeat few concepts about rags or rags with respect to Guru Granth Sahib Ji, with respect to the Gurmat Sangeet, the Sikh musicology. I covered some of it in the last month when we covered Basant Rag. I want to just give a glimpse of that one more time. So, as you know, the rag, that's the main element, the main musical element, which is for our Shabad compositions in Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. The whole Bani of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, it has been classified under 31 rags and 31 rag prakars. Those rags have been further classified as main rags or the mixed rags, chaya rags, right? The combination of 2 or combination of 3 Sankiran rags. So there's a further classification of those rags. The 31 main rags, 31 rag prakars there. You know the main rags titles mostly. All of us are familiar with those, right? There's other rags which are mix of 2. Sometimes you hear them chaya rags. Those are there. Tilang Kafi, Suhi Lalit, Bilawal Mangal, Prabhati Bibhas, those kind of rags are there. There's Sankiran rags. There are more than 2 rags mixed, right? There's Gauri Purbi Deepki. So rag, so there's the basic rags. There's other important features of the rags in Gurmat Sangeet. There are seasonal rags. There are regional rags also, right? So today we'll start with Shri Rag. Last time we covered, it was during the Basant time, we covered Basant Rag. Today I will go dive a little bit more deep into Shri Rag. So again, all the Bani which is there, you see different Bani styles which are all classified as different singing styles. They're Ashtapadi. So we know our Gurmat Sangeet and their rags, they're all titles of rags in the Gurmat Sangeet, but there's a lot of difference between the Gurmat Sangeet and the Indian classical music, right? So we have different Bani styles which are there. There are Ashpadis, Pades, Partal. We know that those are sung in classical Kirtan style. There's other Bani under titles of Chant, Var, Alaunia, Koria, which are again sung in rag, but they are in the folk style of singing. Right? So, and then there is all of this Kirtan, Shabad Kirtan style, the Gurmat Sangeet, Shabad Kirtan Chauki, that tradition which has been developed by Guru Nanak Dev Ji, which has been continued in all Guru Saiban times and even today in Shri Harmandir Sahib Ji. So Shri Rag, there is this verse in Gurbani on Shri Rag, Raga vich Shri Rag hai, je sach tare pyar, sada har sach man vasai, nihchal mat apar. For 13 such rags, there are such verses about describing what the rags and how you sing them. And there are other ones also mentioned in the Ragmala, we know, but there's 13 of those which have these verses in there. So in each one of those, there's always the main message Sadhguruji is giving us is to connect with the divine, right? Here also it says, Raga vichri rag hai, ji sach tare pyar. He's saying among the rags, Shri Rag is the best. It's worth singing. It's the best rag if it inspires you to enshrine the love of the true divine God. Je sach tare pyar. Sada har sach man vasai, nechal mat apar. That true divine comes to abide forever in your mind, and your understanding, your intellect becomes steady. Nechal mat apar. So Shri Rag, that's the first rag, starts from Ang 14 Ang in Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji till 93, Ang 93. Today we will recite Shabad from the first Ang on Ang 14, the very first Shabad which comes under the title of rags in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So this is the first rag among all the 31 rags which are there. It's recognized as an ancient and prominent rag in Indian musical system, also Indian classical musical system too. There is all Bani, all Ashpadis, there's all the Banis I referred to in the previous slide. Among that, there is also one of the vars, also one of the 22 vars in Guru Granth Sahib is also in Shri Rag. And then every rag has its own sarup, and that sarup is recognized with, what notes they are, what jati it is. So those are the other characteristics of a rag. So I think this is an important thing to remember when in Guru Granth Sahib there are titles of the rags which come, and when there's a message for each of those rags which is being used, and there are different places where there's so many verses which Satguruji has written, so much Bani over there, which is trying to guide us how to use these rags. There's a guidance of, how it is. It just gives us a clear difference between how we should be doing Gurmat Sangeet, how we should be reciting rag for Gurmat Sangeet than any other music there, right? So there is this verse here, Rag Naad Shabad Sohne Ja Lage Sahaj Dhyan. So Satguruji is telling us that the melody of the rag is most sublime and is the easiest medium for the perfect attention and meditation. It's the best medium, according to Gurbani, that's the most easiest, most reachable medium for meditation. The melody and music and the Shabad, the Guru's word, they are beautiful when one focuses the meditation on that one divine being. It says, Rag Naad Shabad Sohne Ja Lage Sahaj Dhyan. So there's guidance of how we should sing these rags. There's also a guidance of how we should not sing these rags, right? So there's, below you see here on 1342, it says, Rag naad man duje paye, antar kapat mahadukh paye. Right? So it says, in this spiritual world where we have that purpose of attaining with Vaheguru, of attaining that Vaheguru, the music and the song, the mind is, if it's caught by the love of materialism, Rag naad man duje paye, je man duje paye lag gaya hai, antar kapat mahadukh paye. Phero jara rag naad gana, you don't reach your spiritual goals. You don't reach that goal of attaining that Vaheguru. Right? So there is both messages there. There is, as I said, there are 13 of those rags which come with those verses, and we'll cover those as we go through these sessions on what Guru Sahiban are teaching us about how to use these rags. So let's learn more about Shri Rag in Guru Granth Sahib. It starts from month 14. There are the Shabads in Shri Rag by Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Guru Angad Dev Ji, Guru Amar Das Ji, Guru Ram Das Ji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji. There's also Shabads by Bhagat Kabir Ji, Bhagat Trilochan Ji, Bhagat Baini Ji, and Bhagat Ravidas Ji. And then there are other characteristics of rags, and I think there has been some rags have different forms, but mostly there are known forms, known swarup of the rags for most of them, which is how they are distinguished between each other, right? So there is what notes you can use in rag, what is the pakad of the rag, what is the flow of the rag, those kind of details are there. So today, before we start reciting the Shabad, which is the first Shabad where Guru Granth Sahib Ji, under Shri Rag, Har bin jiyo jalbal jao, main apna gurpush dekhya avar nahi thao. That's on Ang 14 of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. It comes under the title Rag Shri Rag, Mahalla Pehla, Kar Pehla. The very first line, it says, Moti ta mandar us rahe, Ratni ta ho hi jadao, Kastur kungu agar chandan, Leap ave chao. Mat dekh pula visray, Tera chitna ave nao. And then there's a Rahao line. Har bin jiyo balbal jao, जियो जल बल जाओ मैं अपना गुर पूछ देखा अवर नाही थाओ. So the essence of all the shabads is in the Rahao line, right? And we always use the Rahao, the Rahao verse which is there as the sthai, the main, and rest of them are antras, pade jede hunde. And this first pada you see after, before that Moti da Mandar Sutra is the first pada. So very first message in the Rahao line, Satguruji is telling us, Har bin, without that Hari, without that Vahiguru, that true divine being, my soul, jal bal jao, it feels like it's burning. Without that support of Hari, my soul is burnt. मैं अपना गुर पूछ देखया, अवर नाही थाओ, Rahao. He's telling us, I have asked my Guru, I've consulted with my Guru, I've asked him, what do I do about my burning soul? He says, there is nothing else. There's no other place, avar nahi thao. There's no other place at all for your soul to have peace without Hari, without that one divine God. So that's the main message, the main essence of the Shabad. So, Moti ta mandir us rahe, ratni ta ho hi jadao. Then Sadhguruji is saying, what if there is the palace, mandir here means palace, mahal. Je koi motiyan da mahal usar deve mere vaste. If somebody has made, it creates that palace made of pearls. Ratni ta hohe jadao, jide ch ratan jade hon, which is inlaid with jewels. Kastur kungu agar chandan leap ave chao. This kastur, kungu, kasturi, it's all the beautiful scents, Jehdi kasturi vargi khushbu hoye. Kungu, saffron, agar chandan, agarbatti, thoop, chandan, oh saadyan da leap ho jaye, lep ho jaye, leap the way. It's all spread all over that palace. All of these scented things have been spread all over the palace. Leap ave chao. And as I see, my mind gets delighted. Chao chadda onu dekh ke. I get delighted by looking at it. Just mat dekh, pula visare, tera chit na ave now. Then he's warning us, mate enu dekh ke phul na jai. Says by seeing this, you might lose your direction. Pula visare, you might forget that one divine God. Pula visare, mat dekh. Mate enu dekh ke tera man na visar na jaye, Rab na visar jaye tere man nu. You go astray and you forget that one divine God. Tera chit na ave now. Says then your name would not enter into my mind. If my chit is not detached from these things, then how can now come into my chit? How can now money come into my mind? And that's the most important thing Bani always tells us. Keep connected to that now, to that Hari. And in this Shabad, very beautifully, very first starting Shabad in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Satguruji is emphasizing all of that. So there are 3 more padas. The second pada, on the same lines, Tarti ta hire laal jarti, palang laal jadao. He says, what if the tarti, jari floor te mein, jari jagah te mein baitha hoya, that floor, Hire laal jarti, that's covered. Ode ch jade paye, diamonds and rupees are inlaid in there. Palang, the bed where I sleep also, that has been encased with rupees. Lala nal jadya paya hai. Mohni mukh mani so hai. Kare rang pasao. They are heavenly beauties trying to attract me. Mat dekh pula visare, tera chit na ave now. In the same message, mate, get detached from these. Pul na jai. I might go astray and forget you, and your name would not enter into my mind. Again, warning. Siddh hova siddh lai, rid akha ao, gupat pargat hoye baisa lok rakhe pao. Gurbani, so many places it says, once you are attached to the now, those who have that blessing, riddhiyan siddhiyan onde piche firiyan rendiyan. He says, Rid Siddh Homa, what if I am a Siddh? I am become that, I have all those miraculous powers like Siddhs. And Rid Akha now, the Rid is when you get the powers to attain as much wealth, different kind of treasures, right? He says, what if I ask it and it comes. Rid Akha, I ask Rid to come and it comes. All the wealth comes to me. Gupat Pargat Hoye Baisa, Lokh Rakhe Pao. What if I am capable of becoming visible and invisible, and then people, they have fear of me. Lok rakhe pao. They see all of these, me having these powers, and they are fearful of me. Then again, he's trying to bring our attention to mat dekh pula visre tera chit na ave. Now, get detached from these things. Pulna nahi hai. I might go astray and forget you, O Vaheguru. Your name would not enter into my mind. Then there's the last pada. There's Sultan Homa Mel Laskar Takhat Rakha Pao. Says, what if I become a Sultan, Emperor Banjama, and I have a male, kinni army ikathi kar li. I have raised a huge army, and I sit on a takhat, apna pao, apna pair mein takhat te rakha. Hukam hasil kari baitha nanaka sab vao. Everybody listens to my commands. But, oh Nanak, all this is sab vao. It's like a puff of wind. Mat dekh pula visre, tera chitna ave now. And then again bring our attention to mat dekh pula visre, tera chitna ave now. So let's get to recite this Shabad. अवर नाही था, हर बिन जियो जल बल जाओ, हर बिन जियो जल बल जाओ। मोती ता मंदर उसरे, देखिया। मैं अपना गुर पूछ देखिया, अवर नाही था। अवर नाही था, पर बिन जियो जल बल जा। हर बिन जियो जल बल जा। सिद्ध होवा सिद्ध लाई, सिद्ध होवा सिद्ध लाई, रिद्ध आखा रिद्ध आखा गुपत परगट होए बैसा। गुपत परगट होए बैसा, लोक राखे पाहा। लोक राखे पाहा, मत देख भूला बिसरै। मत देख भूला बिसरै, तेरा चित नावै ना। चित नावै ना, जियो जल बल जा। हर बिन जियो जल बल जा। हर बिन जियो जल बल जाओ। मैं अपना गुर पूछ देखिया, मैं अपना गुर पूछ देखिया, अवर नाही था। अवर नाही था, पर बिन जियो जल बल जा। हर बिन जियो जल बल जा। मैं अपना गुर पूछ देखिया अवर नाही था। अवर नाही था हर बिन जियो जल बल जा। हर बिन जियो जल बल जाओ। हर बिन जियो जल बल जाओ। बल जाओ जल बल जाओ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਇੰਨੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਕਰਨੀ ਜੀ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਾਫੀ ਦੇਣੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਅਸੀਸਾਂ ਦੇਣੀਆਂ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਆਇਓ ਸ਼ਰਨ ਤੁਹਾਰੀ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਆਇਓ ਸ਼ਰਨ ਤੁਹਾਰੀ। ਮਿਲੇ ਸੁਖ ਨਾਮ ਹਰ ਸੁਭਾ। चिंता लाहे हमारी। चिंता लाहे हमारी। तो मैं आया शरणी आया भरोसे आया किरपा आया। ज्यों पावै त्यों राखो स्वामी। मार्ग गुर पठाए आनंद गुण निधान। गुरु गरीब निवाज गरीब निवाज। बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए, बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए, बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए, बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए। जैसे राम नाम रब रहिए, जैसे राम नाम रब रहिए, बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए, बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए, बाबा 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 संत मिले किछ सुनिए कहिए, संत मिले किछ सुनिए कहिए, मिले असंत मस्त कर रहिए, संत मिले किछ सुनिए कहिए, मिले असंत मस्त कर रहिए, बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए, बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए। जैसे राम नाम रब रहिए, जैसे राम नाम रब रहिए, बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए, बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए। संत मिले किछ सुनिए कहिए, मिले असंत मस्त कर रहिए, संतन स्यो बोले उपकारी, संतन स्यों बोले उपकारी, संतन स्यों बोले उपकारी, मूरख स्यों बोले चख मारी, मूरख स्यों बोले चख मारी, बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए, बाबा बोलत बोलत बड़े बिकारा, बोलत बोलत बड़े बिकारा, बिन बोले क्या करे बिचारा। पम भग मग सनि स पम ग पम ग पम ग गम ब गम बम गम ग सनि सनि पम पनि स गम बम गम बनि पम गम बनि सनि दब। बोलत बोलत बड़े बिकारा, बिन बोले क्या करे बिचारा। कहो कबीर छूछा घट बोले, कहो कहो कबीर छूछा घट बोले। छूछा घट बोले, कहो कबीर छूछा घट बोले। अरे होवे सो कबहू न डोले, बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए। बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए। बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए। जैसे राम नाम रव रहिए, जैसे राम नाम रव रहिए। बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए। बाबा बोलना क्या कहिए। तृष्णा बूझे हर के नाम, तृष्णा बूझे हर के नाम, तृष्णा बूझे हर के नाम। महासंतोख होवे गुर बचनी, महासंतोख होवे गुर बचनी। प्रभु स्यों लागे पूरन ध्यान, तृष्णा बूझे हर के नाम, तृष्णा बूझे हर के नाम। ਮੇਰੇ ਦੀਨ ਦਇਆਲ, ਆਪਣਾ ਨਾਮ ਦੇਹ ਜਪ ਜੀਵਾ, ਪੂਰਨ ਹੋਵੇ ਦਾਸ ਕੀ ਕਾਰ, ਤ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨਾ ਬੂਝੇ ਹਰ ਕੇ ਨਾਮ, ਤ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨਾ ਬੂਝੇ ਹਰ ਕੇ ਨਾਮ, ਮਹਾ ਸੰਤੋਖ ਹੋਵੇ ਗੁਰਬਚਨੀ, ਮਹਾ ਸੰਤੋਖ ਹੋਵੇ ਗੁਰਬਚਨੀ, ਪ੍ਰਭ ਸਿਉ ਲਾਗੇ ਪੂਰਨ ਧਿਆਨ, ਤ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨਾ ਬੂਝੇ ਹਰ ਕੇ ਨਾਮ, ਤ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨਾ ਬੂਝੇ ਹਰ ਕੇ ਨਾਮ। ਸਰਬ ਮਨੋਰਥ ਰਾਜ ਸੁਖ ਰਸ, ਸਰਬ ਮਨੋਰਥ ਰਾਜ ਸੁਖ ਰਸ, ਸਦ ਖੁਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਜਪਨਾ, ਸਦ ਖੁਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਜਪਨਾ, ਜਿਨ ਕੈ ਕਰਮ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਤੁਰ ਕਰਤੇ, ਨਾਨਕ ਜਨ ਕੈ ਪੂਰਨ ਕਾਮ, ਤ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨਾ ਬੂਝੇ